And this fresh in out of Seattle, the Seattle Seahawks are making a change at the head coaching position. Pete Carroll is going to be out as the Seahawks head coach. Now, he still could remain with the organization. There are ongoing conversations, but it marks the end of a historic era in Seattle. 14 seasons, a Super Bowl win. We know the energy that he has. He wanted to continue on. He said this week that he wanted to keep coaching, didn't want to retire, but clearly there were issues that they were working through. And really, Seattle had become a version of New England out west. It was New England West in Seattle. And those conversations were going on throughout this week, and they've resulted in the decision in which Pete Carroll is now going to be out as the Seahawks head coach. They will be embarking on a search to hire a new head coach after all that time in Seattle, a legendary run for Pete Carroll. They're making a change. Obviously, John Schneider, the general manager, will stay on, but they've been having conversations here throughout the day today and yesterday, and it has resulted in Pete Carroll leaving Seattle. They would like to keep him with the organization, have a role. We'll see how this plays out. It's a fluid story. It's still ongoing right now. But the headline today, Pete Carroll becomes the sixth or seventh NFL head coaching change right now. Seattle moves on from him as the head coach.
You mentioned how he had obviously a very legendary run there in Seattle. What went into this decision?
Well, I think that when you have a long run like this, you're evaluating the decision every single year. And there have been conversations about whether or not this would continue, the relationship between the Seattle Seahawks and Pete Carroll. And ultimately, in the end, the organization, with the backing of ownership, made the decision that the time to do this is now. And again, these calls and conversations were ongoing. It was very sensitive. Just like we're waiting for a decision out of New England. It's not a simple decision where you walk in and fire a head coach the way that the Falcons did on Sunday night with Arthur Smith. This is a different situation, a more delicate decision, and the Seattle Seahawks spent a few days going over it, but ultimately feel like this is the time to make a move and remove a legendary head coach in Pete Carroll to move forward.